Rama is a physical damage dealing carry god, whose damage mostly comes from his basic attacks. Most of his abilities amplify his basic attacks in some way. He is simple, but requires the right hands to play properly. So let me, a Grandmaster Smite 1 player, show you how to play him the best you can. Before we start though, let me remind you that this is a beta, so things are subject to change. If Rama or any other god changes significantly, I will remake this guide for you. Also, Rama's aspect changes how the god works in a unique way, so I'll be discussing it after his first ability, despite it affecting his passive, and his 2. Also, despite this being an arena gameplay, all of my guides are designed for conquest. Now, with that out of the way, let's begin. Rama's passive, Astral Quiver, is essentially ammo bound to his first ability. Every 12 seconds, you create an astral arrow. The first time a specific arrow is shot, there is a chance that it is dropped on the ground nearby the enemy. This chance is 30% plus 1% per level. If an arrow is dropped on the ground, it lasts for 10 seconds before disappearing. Picking up an arrow restores 10 mana. Every time you die and respawn, you respawn with a full quiver, which is 5 arrows. Rama's first ability, Astral Strike, is a toggle, which switches between his normal basic attack into a line basic attack, which passes through enemies and walls. It deals an additional bit of damage based on the ability level and consumes an astral arrow with a little bit of mana each time you basic attack. The bonus damage is reduced by 20% for each target you hit after the first. It also slows after hitting an enemy. This ability can be used before you put any points into it. However, you do not gain any of the bonus damage or slow from it if you do not have any levels in it. If you have no astral arrows, you cannot toggle this ability on. With his aspect of precision, Rama changes how he works at his core. Regarding his passive, the basic attacks now always cost astral arrows. Your attack speed is decreased significantly while using this aspect due to this effect. After you run out of arrows, you do a short reload animation, after which you can basic attack again. This reload time is affected by your attack speed. Astral arrows still have a chance to drop on the ground, regardless of if you have an aspect or not. These basics are the same as if he had his one active without the aspect, but without the slow. First ability upon activation now empowers his basic attacks, making them do more damage and adding the slow to them. Rama's second ability, Infinite Arrows, is a steroid, which gives him attack speed. If there are astral arrows in the area around him, he automatically picks them up. While active, every third basic attack you hit on an enemy god will give you an astral arrow immediately. I'm not sure if it's just any enemy god or the same enemy god, but I would assume any enemy god. If you have aspect, no astral arrows will be consumed while this is active. Rama's third ability, Rolling Assault, is an 8-way dash. 8-way dashes work differently than normal dashes, because the dash is directional, based on how your character is currently moving, regardless of where you are looking. So, you can dash forward, to the right, to the left, or backwards, but also forward, right, forward, left, backwards, right, and so on. After you finish your roll, your next basic attack shoots out a shot that will consume an astral arrow if available. This arrow cripples every target hit, preventing an enemy from using a movement ability such as a jump or dash. This only happens, however, if an astral arrow is consumed. This basic attack also has haste, meaning you will not incur a movement penalty when firing. This haste basic attack occurs regardless of whether or not you have an astral arrow. This basic can be held for 5 seconds before it disappears and you lose the effect. If you gain an astral arrow while holding this haste basic attack, you gain the cripple with this basic attack. However, the timer will match the initial basic attack timer and will not reset. Rama's ultimate, Astral Barrage, sends him up into the sky where he has 3 shots. Each shot is smaller than the last but does more damage. He's CC immune while channeling it in the air and cannot move. He also always lands down where he went up. These shots go very far and can help you finish a kill, steal objectives, or do some extra damage to help an ally finish a kill. It can also be used as a safety measure. You are untargetable in the air, so you can wait for your dash to come up or for your teammates to arrive to help you. Each time you pick up an Astral Arrow, the cooldown of Astral Barrage is reduced by 0.4 seconds. Rama is played like a lot of traditional carry gods. You want to farm up and do your damage in the late game. In the early game, your primary focus is farm, rotating to a Gold Fury if needed for it. In the mid game, you're still farming for your items, but can rotate out if needed for a Gold Fury, Pyromancer, and so on. In the late game is where you make your money. You do damage hitting the people who are running at you in teamfights before getting to the squishier targets. Generally, you will be the primary target for enemy solo laners and junglers, so keep that in mind. Usually both at the same time. As for builds, carry builds change constantly from patch to patch, so it's difficult to give you a set-in-stone build or item recommendations than other guides can, but I'll do the best I can. As of this video's release, crit items are generally very strong. Rage, Demon Blade, stuff along those lines will help you do a ton of damage to any tanky or squishy target, and will help you do objectives. I also recommend Lernian Bow. That item is absolutely busted as of this video's released, and you should be buying it every single game on a carry god. However, as always, I recommend Smite2.live. You can see what the best are building and take what you like from there. I recommend clicking the god icon and going to the pro build section. You'll see what the high-level players are building in specific roles. Other than that, though, hope this helps. If it did, I'd appreciate a like and a sub. I received a good deal of feedback on my guide on Hunbats, so if you have any more feedback, please do not hesitate to let me know. I'm looking to improve these guides the best I can, so again, let me know. Peace!